Hello. As a cardiologist, one of the things that troubles me most is seeing my patients face enormous medical bills. Today, I want you to think about a number: $16,752. This isn't the price of a car or a luxury vacation. According to data from the American Diabetes Association (ADA), this is the average annual medical cost for a person with diabetes in the U.S. So why are we talking about diabetes in a cardiology video? Because these two issues are more closely linked than you think. Poorly controlled diabetes is one of the fastest paths to artery damage, which can ultimately lead to a devastating heart attack. That $16,752 bill isn't just for medication. It's the beginning of an endless cycle of medical expenses, from follow-up appointments and expensive monitoring devices to treating serious complications that can drain the entire retirement fund you've worked your whole life to save. But your story doesn't have to go that way. As your doctor, I wanted to share things I usually reserve for my most dedicated patients. Today's video will reveal 5 lifestyle secrets. These aren't complicated or expensive tips. They are proven smart strategies to help you drastically reduce your risk for both of these diseases and, importantly, help you keep those thousands of dollars in your bank account right where they belong. Let's get started. The first secret I always emphasize to my patients, the one with the biggest impact on both cardiovascular health and long-term finances, is control your blood sugar and insulin. Many people don't realize that before heart disease develops, another problem often comes first: insulin resistance. Imagine this: every time you eat sugar or refined carbohydrates, your body releases insulin to get that energy into your cells. But when you do this too often, your cells get tired and start ignoring insulin's signal. This is called insulin resistance. To compensate, your body has to produce more and more insulin. Constantly high levels of insulin in the blood are a silent disaster. It causes inflammation, increases blood pressure, disrupts cholesterol levels, and directly damages the delicate lining of your arteries. This is a direct path to type 2 diabetes and also one of the biggest root causes of a heart attack. And this is where the bill starts to add up. As I said, the average medical cost of $16,752 per year for a person with diabetes is a real number. It's a financial burden that can shatter any retirement plan. Ignoring this blood sugar secret today means you are silently accepting the risk of paying this steep price in the future. So, what's my secret to fighting this risk? A simple solution comes from an ancient spice, Ceylon cinnamon. I always advise my patients to find true Ceylon cinnamon, not the common cassia variety. Science has shown that compounds in Ceylon cinnamon can significantly improve your cell's sensitivity to insulin. It helps your body regulate blood sugar more naturally and effectively, reducing the need to produce so much insulin. A bottle of Ceylon cinnamon can last for months and costs only a few dollars. Think of it as a tiny insurance premium you pay today to avoid a $16,952 penalty each year later on. This is a financial decision that's just as smart as it is a health decision. If the first secret helps you control blood sugar, the second secret I want to share will help you put out the fire smoldering inside your arteries. This is a concept that more and more cardiologists, including myself, believe is a key factor. Secret number 2 is control chronic inflammation with the duo of turmeric and black pepper. Imagine your artery walls are smooth surfaces. Chronic inflammation is like constantly rubbing those walls with sandpaper. Day after day, it creates tiny scratches, making the walls rough and vulnerable. These scratches are the perfect place for bad cholesterol, especially the oxidized kind, to stick and start building up plaque. So, you could say that inflammation is the foundation, one of the root causes of what causes a heart attack. Fortunately, we have an incredibly powerful natural anti-inflammatory medicine in our kitchens. That's turmeric, and its main active compound is curcumin. Curcumin has been shown in hundreds of studies to interfere with the inflammatory process at a molecular level. It helps neutralize inflammatory agents, soothe the artery walls, and prevent damage. However, there's a catch: our bodies absorb curcumin very poorly. If you just eat turmeric alone, you won't get much of the benefit. And this is where its powerful assistant comes in: black pepper. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which can increase the absorption of curcumin by an astounding figure 2,000%. So the real secret isn't just turmeric, but the combination of turmeric and black pepper. Now let's look at the financial side. Every anti-inflammatory pill I could prescribe comes with a cost and the risk of long-term side effects. Leaving inflammation unchecked can lead to autoimmune diseases, heart disease, and cancer, with treatment costs that can run into the tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, a jar of turmeric and a jar of black pepper cost just a few dollars and last for months. This is a negligible preventive investment compared to the financial risk you face if you ignore this inflammatory fire. We've talked about blood sugar and inflammation. Now, the third secret I want to share tackles one of the heart's most familiar and dangerous enemies: high blood pressure. As a doctor, when I talk to patients about high blood pressure, their first reaction is almost always, "I'll cut back on salt." That's great, and it's important, but it's only half of the equation. The secret that so many people miss isn't just about reducing sodium, but actively rebalancing it with potassium. Imagine sodium and potassium as two kids on a seesaw inside your body. Our modern diet, full of processed foods and fast food, has loaded up the sodium side, pinning that end of the seesaw to the ground. This causes your body to retain water, increasing your blood volume and creating immense pressure on your artery walls 24/7. This is high blood pressure. Potassium is the partner on the other end. When you eat enough potassium-rich foods like spinach, avocados, sweet potatoes, or bananas, it helps lift the seesaw back into balance. Not only does potassium help your kidneys flush out excess sodium in your urine, but it also directly helps relax the walls of your blood vessels, giving them room to breathe. And here's the financial perspective I always want my patients to understand. Every month, millions of Americans spend money on medication for high blood pressure. Every pill you take has a price tag, and it's a lifelong expense. Now compare that. A single banana costs just a few cents. A sweet potato or a bunch of spinach is just a couple of dollars. Not getting enough potassium each day means you're accepting a greater risk of depending on medication and its associated costs in the future. Investing in these cheap potassium-rich foods is an incredibly smart financial strategy to protect your health. The fourth secret takes us out of the kitchen and doesn't require you to spend a single cent, but the returns it offers for both your health and your finances are enormous. As a doctor, I don't just prescribe medication. I also prescribe movement. And the secret I want to share is the power of a 10 to 15-minute walk after meals. When you eat especially a meal containing carbohydrates, your blood sugar level rises. If you sit still right after your body has to work very hard, releasing a large amount of insulin to try to get that sugar out of your bloodstream. This process, if repeated over and over, leads to insulin resistance. But if you get up and take a gentle walk, something magical happens. Your muscles, especially in your legs, immediately start to pull that sugar from your blood to use as energy without needing much insulin. This helps prevent blood sugar spikes, improves your long-term insulin sensitivity, and eases the burden on your entire cardiovascular system. This is one of the simplest yet most effective cardio exercise routines I often recommend to my patients. And now for the financial analysis I really want you to pay attention to. Many people think they have to pay $50 a month for a gym membership to be taking care of their health. They are overlooking the free investment with the highest return. Consider the opportunity cost here. The cost of not exercising could be a $50,000 heart surgery bill in the future, not to mention the cost of medications and lost wages. In contrast, the cost of a 10-minute walk is $0. This trade-off is too clear to ignore. Every step you take after a meal isn't just a step for your health. It's a deposit you're making into your own health retirement account, a savings for the future. And the final secret, but perhaps the foundation for all the others, is something we often sacrifice first when life gets busy. That is quality sleep. As a doctor, I can confirm that this is not a luxury, but an essential biological function. It is the most powerful and free medicine you possess. When you're sleep deprived, your body doesn't have enough time to repair and recover. Instead, it goes into a constant alarm state, producing more cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol instantly raises your blood pressure and blood sugar, and worse, it triggers cravings for sugary, high-energy foods the next day. This is where a vicious cycle begins for both your health and your finances. A bad night's sleep leads to a tired day, and that fatigue makes it easy to spend money on a sugary coffee to stay awake, or a fast food meal because you're too tired to cook. These small costs add up to a significant amount over time. Essentially, skipping sleep is making you pay money to make your health worse. In contrast, a good night's sleep is a free medicine. It doesn't cost a cent, but helps reset your hormonal system, reduces stress, and gives you the clarity to make better decisions the next day. Better food choices save you money and protect your health. That's why sleep is an indispensable part of how to prevent a heart attack in the long run. To get this free medicine, make sleep a priority. This means trying to go to bed and wake up at the same time, keeping your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. And the most important rule, turn off phone and TV screens at least an hour before bed. Your heart and your wallet will thank you for it. So we've gone through the 5 secrets I often share with my patients: the secret of controlling blood sugar with cinnamon, quenching the fire of inflammation with turmeric and black pepper, rebalancing blood pressure with potassium, the health profits from a 10-minute walk, and finally, the free medicine called sleep. The final message I want you to remember is this: your health and financial security aren't found in magic pills, but in the simple secrets you practice every day. Every small decision, from sprinkling a spoonful of cinnamon, taking a walk around the block, to going to bed 30 minutes earlier, is an investment you are making in your future. They are small actions that create compound interest for both your health and your wealth in the long run. Which secret will you start applying today? Let me know in the comments. If you found this information helpful, please hit the like button, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. Thank you.